Maybe I'm crazy, but we forgot that the Saints are in the NFL.
When the Saints come marching into the playoffs.
Maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm not, maybe I'm not.
I'm Joy Taylor. Welcome to Maybe I'm Crazy. This is my partner, Brandon Newman.
Hola.
King Petty is back. Oh, love you, LeBron James.
So strong.
We do not deserve LeBron James. We're gonna get to him. We're gonna get to him in a few seconds, but we don't deserve you. We really don't deserve you. You are the best. There's a whole lot going on. The U is back officially. I feel comfortable saying it now. So we will talk all about my amazing weekend in Miami. We will get to you over there in a minute. I don't have a turnover chain for you to wear. Unfortunately,
Good.
I did not get to grab one. We'll get to all that in a second. My Super Bowl prediction is it's going to be an old head. It's going to be an old head Super Bowl. I alluded to that a few minutes ago. We'll get to that in a second. Colin Kaepernick is a legend, and Nessa has a great idea that I'm totally with. And my losers this week are Chaz Green, Jimmy G. Wait for that one. And John Elway, which I think we can all pretty much agree on at this point. There's not a whole lot of argument there. But let's get started. We have to move up the Petty Report. We usually do it a little later in the podcast, but King James has given us just way too much excellent material this week.
When you're worthy, you're worthy.
We have lots of good gems for you on this one. So let's start with the fact that the Knicks lost, which is just like very anticlimactic. I don't root for the Knicks. What is that life like? And I'm rooting for the Knicks last night, which is ridiculous. And they let me down, which it seems like that's a thing that they do. But anyway, the Cavs beat the Knicks 104-101. But LeBron James did miss 2 free throws at the end of the game, which is very on brand. He's basically on brand all over the place. But there's so much going on with this story. So we'll start from the beginning. Phil Jackson, LeBron James, the saga continues. As we know, LeBron James is the pettiest on this planet. He lets nothing go. He never forgets. He's like the North. He remembers. And just a little side note before I get back into this. Phil Jackson taking that job, huge mistake. I've been on this from the very beginning. From the second he took that job, I said it was a mistake. It was going to taint his legacy as the greatest ever. It was going to make him look like a crazy person. And all of this just so he could try and seem like he's on the same level as Pat Riley, and he's not. It was a mistake from the beginning.
You were first on this?
And I was right. You heard it? Yes, I was first. I want that on the record. I was first on that. All right? I called it from the beginning that it was a disaster. Anyway, so LeBron took a shot at Frank Ntilikina. I'm very proud that I can say that name.
No, I'm floored by it.
Frank Ntilikina, he took a shot at him because he's mad at Phil Jackson still after the game in Dallas. And he said that the Knicks made a bad choice and they shouldn't have taken him and they should have taken Dennis Smith Jr. Now, here's why this is unfair and why it's petty. He's trying to take a shot at Phil Jackson, which I understand.
Right.
Because I understand being petty and never letting anything go. But why you got to crush the kid? Right? So now all of New York is upset, which I'm into, because now they're like rallying around him.
You just like that New York is upset at LeBron.
Of course.
Just like New York being upset is just what they do. They live upset.
I don't think that New Yorkers like who are Knicks fans care about LeBron anyway. Like they respect him for being great, but they're not going to like him taking a gratuitous shot.
Michael Rappaport.
Listen, Michael's on it. All right, you already know that.
Right.
So get to the game. Him and Enes Kanter get into it because LeBron's doing his bully move on Ntilikina. Oh, I love that I can say that name. And he didn't take it though. He pushed him back. He gave him a little shove. Kanter gets in his face.
Yeah.
And of course it's a basketball fight, so they get so close. They get this close. It's just close.
And then everyone
they're
separates
They're so close, but then they just never. Then they pull back. They pull back. It's like a baseball fight, but baseball fights never actually get. They never get that close. It's all like pushing.
Right. They got to run farther to get to each other.
Basketball fights are like they're like boxing weigh-ins.
Yes.
You know how they like get and they like put their foreheads up against each other?
Yes.
Like, that's what basketball fights are like. Sorry if I just messed up the
You
audio.
guys the image you guys just missed.
But that's what it is.
Yes.
That's what it is. It's so good. Anyway, so Kanter feels like he's about that life, and then he took some shots at LeBron after the game, which I really loved.
I don't. He didn't bring his.
Can we hear that?
family.
Let's listen to Kanter after the game.
But I'll tell you one thing, this team is really special. And you ain't coming to my house playing that water bottle flip game again. You know what I mean? I don't care who you are, king, what do you call yourself, king, queen, princess, whatever you are. You know what? We're going to fight. And nobody out there going to punk us.
The pettiness is incredible. and I love it. You know how I love rivalries. You know how I love the villains. Even though Cantor's not really a villain.
I'm gonna say like I can't get into this rivalry because it's Cantor taking up for his Knicks family that he just got there and just got to against LeBron.
Family picture on Twitter afterwards.
It's insane.
Oh, it's so good. I told you there's so many levels to this story. It's so amazing. And then to top it all off, LeBron posts on Instagram his playground, if you will. A picture of him in the garden with the caption, King of New York.
Not even king, emoji king, which kind of looks like
of course.
sounds like a queen crown
Why
too.
would you type the word when you can use an emoji?
I'm so done with LeBron right now.
Listen, we don't deserve LeBron. We really, really, truly do not. And when LeBron's no longer in the NBA, it's going to be a very, very sad day because he is not replaceable. And not just because of how great he is. He is just the king of content. He is so discussable. And I love it. You are not the king of New York, LeBron. That is mad disrespectful. I'm not even from New York and I'm disrespected. That's nonsense. Charles Oakley's not trying to hear that. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? Calling yourself the king of New York?
I cannot believe he posted that.
I honestly, LeBron does a lot of passive aggressive stuff. That is crazy.
Like, what king of New York has only ridden the subway twice in their life?
Okay, we're going to get to the subway thing in just a second because that is a whole other layer to the story that we are going to get into. But let's just keep it right here for 1 second.
Okay, I apologize.
You are not. Knicks basketball is legendary. Okay, they've been pretty bad, but that's the Garden. You can't call yourself the king of New York if you ain't the king of New York, and you're not the king of New York. You're just not. Statistically, you're also not the king of New York. Michael Jordan owns the Garden. Period. He averaged 32 points per game throughout his career. It's the best in NBA history. It's right. It's right here.
LeBron's
it's in the
still
books.
playing. LeBron can come after that.
Okay, well,
he's chasing,
good luck.
he's
you know
chasing
what?
Jordan.
Good luck with that. Chase greatness, all right? But right now, while you're posting that, while you're talking that ish, you're not actually the king of New York, and in no quantifiable way.
The last person who claimed they're king of New York was Kendrick Lamar in a Big Sean song, and it didn't go well for him either. You can't just be out here saying you're king of New York.
You can't be out here saying you're the king of New York. You can't do it. It's not available for you. It's not available for anyone, really, actually. Because I feel like only New Yorkers can decide who the king of New York is.
Yes, and real New Yorkers would never say, I'm the king of New York.
Bro, it's aggressive. And honestly, whatever blowback comes from this, he earned it. Because that is crazy. You won a game in November. You're 500 on the season. So far.
You beat the Knicks.
Can you relax?
You beat the Knicks.
Please. You're getting into forehead arguments with Cantor. Okay.
There's no way he would have posted that if he didn't hit that last shot over
No way.
over
If
Unicorn.
they lost that game, he's posting that.
No.
Which is like, it's just so good though. I love you, LeBron. Just thank you for everything that you do. Thank you for everything you do for us in our careers. I really do appreciate you. I just want you to know that. I want that on the record.
Appreciate the content.
Right? And thank you for coming to Miami for those 4 years. I appreciate that also. This is so good. All right. So now you mentioned the little subway ride. Mm-hmm. That was going to be my original petty report.
Yes.
But then so much happened that we
the
had
king of content gifted us.
Yes. He was like, early Christmas for you, Joy. Enjoy all of these nuggets. So here's the thing about the infamous subway ride. Mm-hmm. I'm not from New York. I'm from Pittsburgh. Okay, Iron City. There we go.
Right.
We don't have a subway there. All right. You take the bus, or you walk, or you get a jitney, which now is officially an Uber.
What was it called?
That's old school. Jitney.
A jitney?
Yeah, that's when you call someone, you pay someone to drive you places. You don't know about that.
Sounds like the plug.
You're very young. You don't know about that. That's the original Uber, right?
Okay.
That's what it is. Anyway, that's how you get around. Mm-hmm. All right. So when I go to New York, which I love New York, I don't know how to use the subway because there's all these like signs and stuff. I need someone who's from New York to be like, yeah, get on this bus or whatever, and then I figure
Very
it out.
confusing.
But I also don't Snapchat myself in the subway. It's the thing about New York. People don't want to be bothered. All right. They do not want. It is not a friendly place, which is fine.
Yes.
All right. I love New York. I am sometimes friendly. Sometimes I'm not in the mood. So I get it. It's not a place you say hello to people. You know, nobody's hugging you.
Nope.
Like, what's up? That's how it is.
Barely that.
I get it. All right. So LeBron decided to take the subway with his entire team. And they had to record the entire process. Here's the problem. Aside from everything else I just mentioned, it's so millennial. Like, I get it. All right. I'm on social media. I
Yes.
record myself doing things. All right.
Yes.
I Snapchatted the UM game, you know, so people could experience it who weren't there. You know, if you
Yeah.
happen to be following me, I'm a good follow. Joy Taylor Talks.
Great follow.
But you took the coolness out of it. Let's just pretend they all, as a team, get on the subway and don't tell anyone. No one snaps, no one tweets. They're just riding on the subway. And then someone is on the subway with them, like, yo, like LeBron James is on the subway, just chilling.
Right.
That is cool.
That's the video that needs to get leaked.
But when you get on the subway, like, we're regular people. We got our hoodies on
So
in the
bad.
subway.
So bad.
See him next to this New Yorker guy. Boom. The New Yorker guy, so on brand. It's like, can you not? Can you not do that? Can you not?
It's true.
All right.
And also, well, let's say having a cell phone out, there's no service under there. He was just pre-filming this, put up something later.
Usually
You're not scrolling Instagram on the subway.
There's service now?
There's service in the subway now?
No, there didn't used
I've
to
been
be
gone for
service.
2 years,
Yeah.
and
There
now
used
they
to be
got service in the subways.
All right, so maybe LeBron has some special, like, extra rich
Oh,
people
LeBron got
thing.
service.
Yeah, he got service. They're like, oh, this is LeBron's phone, dial up. But this one always got to have bars. All right. All right, moving on. I mentioned at the beginning of the podcast that I went to Miami this weekend,
Yeah.
and Miami won very convincingly over your silly team, Notre Dame, 41-8.
Silly team.
In front of a crowd of more than 65,000. Look, you're just going to have to eat it. All right. Not only did you like throw some shade that you guys were somehow going to win this game, you got your asses kicked. So very convincingly. There's no question about it.
I mean,
Matter of fact, that 8 really, they should have just taken it. Just take the donut and go about your life. All right. That's what it is.
No, we scored at points.
You claimed the turnover chain would not make an appearance. 4 times we got to see that bling. It was lovely. Anyway, so I went down to Miami. I had promised you we were going to watch the game together, and then I trumped our plans by going to the game instead.
Yes.
Because I'm an elitist. And it was an amazing experience, though. I have to say, I've been to a lot of sporting events, and like obviously I'm very privileged to have done that. I'm not bragging, but I have been to a lot of sporting events, and it was the craziest experience environment ever. tailgates are lit to begin with, as you can imagine. There's quite a bit of diversity in Miami, and
Yes.
everybody brings their own little flavor to the tailgate. But that bleep was crazy. It was like Lord of the Flies. Oh, we got to keep it moving. All right. I'm with 2 other girls. We have no protection. Let's just keep this thing going.
Notre Dame
Right?
tailgates are really fun as well.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Do you guys all wear polos? You know?
No, I mean, sometimes.
Yeah. Do you have a latte before you start?
Tuck in our khakis.
Anyway, it was amazing. It was a great time. The environment inside the stadium, once we got out of the insane tailgate, which was fun, was insane. Canes fans have been through a lot, and it's the most hated program maybe in all of sports. And to make a statement like that on a nationally televised game against a 3rd-ranked Notre Dame team that everybody believes in was a big deal. It was one of the biggest wins in the program's history, just based off of all the stuff that has happened as of recent, surviving the Al Golden era, the sanctions. It's perfect. Just deal with it. You got to eat every second of this. It's perfect for college football because, as we know, there's always got to be a villain, and Miami is the built-in villain for college football.
No way.
Yes. Canes fans have a huge persecution complex, as they should, and they're fully capable of dealing with any kind of hate that you can push their way, and they have the ultimate ability to rock swag like no other program. That is not debatable. Not debatable. And it's perfect. The U's back.
No.
You're going to play Clemson. It's going to be lit.
No. The U was back for one night, maybe 24 hours, against a Notre Dame team that was one-dimensional.
You're out of the playoffs.
Congratulations. I'm glad you had a really good time.
Thank you. I did.
I just want to go on record and say last time I played Miami at Notre Dame was the Sun Bowl 2010. And we had 4 turnovers, and we beat Miami 33-17 in El Paso, Texas. Michael Floyd won MVP. Harrison Smith had 3 interceptions. It was a great, glorious day, and I never lost to Miami.
That's nice. Keep living in the past. Anyway, moving on. Let's talk about another pretty important game that's coming up in the near future, which is the Super Bowl. And I have decided It's like Minnesota. It's gonna be so cold. I've decided that the Saints are gonna go to the Super Bowl. It's gonna be a Patriots Saints Super Bowl.
It's just so like, no.
Okay, but you're laughing, but they've won 7 straight games.
I like the Saints.
No. I need you to hear me out, though. This is important, what I'm about to say. All right? Everyone thought the Saints were going to be ass this year, right? Because they won their first 2 games in horrible fashion.
Yes.
Adrian Peterson got like 2 yards. It was the sky's falling and the Saints are over, and Drew Brees is never going to make it to the big game again in his career, and it's all over, right? Except for they've won their last 7 games, and Drew Brees hasn't even been carrying them. It's been the rushing game, which is bizarre because the whole Adrian Peterson thing. As soon as they got him out of there, which look, I love AP, like whatever, great. He's in the Cardinals, RIP Cardinals anyway, but whatever. Maybe it was what they needed because Mark Ingram is playing great. They scored 6 rushing touchdowns against Buffalo, which is Buffalo's okay. I don't believe in Buffalo, but they're okay, right?
Yeah, beating Buffalo.
They beat Buffalo 47-10.
Yeah,
they didn't beat Buffalo. They beat that ass. Okay,
yes,
so
the
Saints are for real. They're number 1 in total defense, number 1 in pass defense, number 2 in scoring defense, and they're the second team to win 7 straight after going 0-2. The other one, 93 Cowboys. You know what they did that year? They won the Super Bowl.
They won the Super Bowl?
Correct.
They won the Super Bowl. Correct. The Saints aren't winning the Super Bowl.
No, the Patriots are winning the Super Bowl, which I've said since before the season started. The Patriots are winning the Super Bowl. I'm just saying the Saints are going to the Super Bowl.
I can't get in on these old quarterbacks. I can't get on it. The defense is playing great. The fact that the Saints are where they're at because of the defense is amazing. But I'm not buying it in Drew Brees.
Well, I mean, you better swallow that pill. Take your old man pill because that's what's happening. It's going to be an old man Super Bowl. It's going to be Tom Brady and Drew Brees, and it's going to be a gunslinging fest.
Can't wait for the geriatric bowl
in Minnesota. Oh, look, there's going to be lots of Bengay.
Old bodies don't do well in the cold.
Juice being passed around. All right,
I'm telling you.
But that's happening. Also, Colin Kaepernick is on the cover of GQ magazine this month for Citizen of the Year. Very great picture. Very smart picture. That's like an old school compliment. Like you're looking smart, not like head smart.
Yes. Bring that back.
Looking smart. Yeah.
You look smart today.
Thank you. Thank you. I don't know if that would be interpreted the same way if you don't like explain it. But anyway, he looks good, and the pictures around it are good. They shot in Harlem. Did a little video. But the interesting thing about this cover story is he actually doesn't do the interview. So when I first heard that, I was kind of like, that's it's a little confusing. He's still letting other people speak for him.
Right.
But he had his closest confidants talk, one of those being Nessa, which is his partner of 3 years. And so the whole story is just like a couple paragraphs from each person about their relationship with Kaepernick, what they think about him, what they think about the protests, what they think about the NFL now. So it's very interesting. It's easy to read. So for all of you out there who are fighting the good fight with memes, I suggest you just take 5 minutes out of your day and actually read the article. Right. I know it's difficult to do actual research, but just read the article. It's interesting. I wasn't sure what to think of it when I found out that he hadn't spoken, and then I read it, and I also thought about it overnight once I saw the story came out. I also think that part of the reason why he didn't talk is because he is suing the NFL for collusion. And when you're in the middle of a lawsuit, your best bet is usually not to talk. So that may have a part to play in it. But I thought it was very interesting the way the whole thing was structured. But the biggest takeaway, and Skip mentioned this on Undisputed today, and it stuck out to me also, is what Nessa said. And she basically said, if you feel a different way, like if you feel like you agree with Kaepernick, and you have family members who disagree, like we're coming up on the holiday season and everyone's trying to figure out like, how can I actually make a difference? I'm not a millionaire. I can't donate $1 million. I can't, I don't know if like protesting out in the middle of the street is working. Like, how can I change someone's opinion about this without, posting memes on social media? How can I actually directly affect someone? And she basically said, just like have a conversation with your family, have that uncomfortable conversation. Let someone know that you feel this way and explain to them why, and remind them why Kaepernick protested in the first place, and basically like change the world one heart at a time, which I thought was a very interesting perspective. And it kind of just slammed it down. Like, forget everything else that's happening. Trump, the NFL, protests, everything else, all the noise. Just get down to like, how do you actually change people's opinion about things? So the piece is really good. I'm glad they did it. And just please miss me with the boycott GQ. I just don't have time. I mean,
boycott GQ?
Boycott GQ?
What are you boycotting style for?
Everything. Can we just stop, please? Just read the article.
Boycott TCU.
Ooh.
No, that's from
Ooh.
that's Remember the Titans, right? Boycott TC.
Why? Oh my God, that was so aggressive.
Not TCU, TC.
Producer Ashley.
TC. Sorry,
TCU.
Ashley.
Was like, what? How did this get in here? That was
boycott
a side note.
TC.
That did not. I don't know what that contribution was there, Brandon. But anyway, I like the article. I'm glad about it. I'm glad about it.
Did you get Russ anything for his birthday?
Got him 37.
Yeah.
My God, that's the funniest joke that dude's ever heard in his life. It's Showtime at the Apollo in here. Paul George, who knew? Stand-up comedian. Eddie George, step aside. Eddie George, listen to me. Eddie Murphy. Where did Eddie George come from?
Both of them.
Why did Eddie George? What a weird comment by me. Anyway, I can't stand when reporters just start cracking up at these guys. Like, they're making one little funny quip. It's the funniest thing they ever heard in their lives.
You gotta give them something.
37 points. Relax.
It's actually funnier when you say it.
Thank you. I agree. I mean, Paul George, a little joke. Funniest thing ever. Dude's having a hernia. Anyway.
Paul George should write jokes and you should.
Yeah, and then I should say them so that they're funnier. Anyway, out on that laugh. Let's do in or out. In
or out, or in or out. Wow.
It's kind of mean by me, but it's just like, relax. It's not that funny.
It
was funny, all right? It was funny. It made it unfunny because he laughed so hard.
It's a stretch of a
All right,
question.
what am I in or out on?
All right, let's start off in China. LiAngelo Ball and two of his UCLA teammates are on the way back to America after being arrested in China for stealing sunglasses. While in Beijing, President Trump asked the leader of China if he could help resolve the situation.
Yes.
Joy, are you in or out on giving Trump a teeny little bit of credit just once, kind of, sort of?
I believe.
Yes.
I am in that one hair on Trump's maybe head.
Maybe
it's hair.
Yes.
Maybe it's hair. It's not his hair. But
Yes.
like one of those hairs, I think we're calling them hairs, slightly waved in the direction that is right.
Oh.
Just one hair on his head, not a
Trump.
whole turn. Not
Yeah.
like he did, not nothing else. With one hair like blew in the right direction. He should bring them back. Obviously, they're idiots, and most importantly, LiAngelo, you made me a liar, and you're on the list now.
You'll
all
come
right?
back
You
from
made me
that.
a liar. You said LeVar Ball has the kids have never run any trouble. You go to another country and steal stupid sunglasses. All right, I'll send you some sunglasses. All right. By the way, think about expensive sunglasses. You lose them and get them scratched every single time. Don't buy expensive sunglasses. That's a hot tip from someone who has had
It was
expensive sunglasses and they've blown off their heads. Devastating.
Louis Vuitton story.
Not worth stealing.
Is it? Do we put this in the maybe I'm crazy curse category?
What?
We talked highly
No,
about
the curse is
balls.
gone. The curse is gone. Thank you, Mort.
Yeah. Sorry.
Thank you, Mort.
Shut up, Mort. Okay, moving on.
Yes.
So last Friday, during your Miami Heat's win over the Utah Jazz,
Sweet. Yep.
Deion Waiters went for a loose ball and decided to dive at Rudy Gobert's knee.
That is a biased description.
Let me finish the read. The controversial play will keep Gobert out for at least a month. Gobert came for Waiters and called his play dirty during the interviews and social media. Joy, are you in or out on playing dirty?
Very in.
You're
Unless
in
you're
on playing
Dellavedova. Yeah, no time for that. I'm in on dirty play. Yes. I was a dirty player. I'm 5'2". What else do I got? All right, I'm 5'2" and I'm fast. I weighed 97 pounds when I graduated high school. What else do I have to? What else can I do? I have to be dirty.
That leads me to my take on why I didn't play dirty. I was good enough not to play dirty in high school, and in college I didn't play dirty, which I should have. Maybe I've been in the league by now.
Yes,
but
if you had played dirtier, you would be in the NFL right now.
I knew all the refs' names, their kids' names. Like, hey, Jim.
You focus on the wrong thing. All right, you don't have that killer instinct. That's your problem. That's your problem right there.
I know.
No, I was a very dirty player actually. It was more like sneaky dirty. You know, I was actually dirty. I'm not gonna lie. I was a dirty player. I was.
Iron Sky don't lie.
I would like pull people's jerseys. You know, like in soccer, you're lined up next to each other. Like I would just like hold their jersey.
Yeah,
You'd be
yeah,
like,
yeah.
ref. I'm like, what? What? It wasn't me. I've been in bench clearing fights.
The dirtiest thing I ever did was in youth league. I used to do wrestling moves on like people when I tackled them, just like people's elbow, all that extra stuff.
You gotta give him. You just gotta put a little extra sauce on him. Let him know you're there. Plus, I was little, so I'm always like, people see me, they're like, a little shrimp girl. Like, sure, you can come get some if you want.
She's dangerous, though.
You can get some if you want. Actually, very short story. I was the dirtiest in soccer, and a friend of mine who was a year younger than me, when she graduated and went on to a soccer scholarship in Pennsylvania, she was at camp. Everyone's meeting each other, her new teammates, and she told her where she went to high school, and the girl was like, did you play with like a really short, like skinny, light-skinned girl, curly hair? She's like, yeah, Joy is like one of my best friends. She's like, yeah, that girl's a C word. Like, yeah, she's like dirty. She always used to mess. No, you're not allowed to say it. She'd always mess with me. So I'm very proud of that.
You have a rep of being just.
Listen, don't catch these hands.
You gotta get it how you live.
Exactly.
Okay, moving on.
And on dirty play.
Steph Curry and his wife Aisha.
Before you go on, the play wasn't dirty. All right, Deion Waiters, he's playing hard. He's playing hard. Waiters County, go on.
So
Sorry for interrupting.
I'm
in on Deion Waiters.
Okay, in on Deion Waiters, clearly in Miami Heat. Shouts out to Wade's heavy eye. Gotta throw it every time. Just a little bit every time. Speaking of NBA, Steph Curry and his wife Aisha are now starting a new cooking game. The mobile app game is called Chef Curry. Features the voice of Steph and Aisha as they race to feed all their hungry customers in this virtual restaurant they have.
Sure.
This random news of this random game got me thinking, Joy, are you in or out on cooking?
Me cooking? Like cooking? Like
yes.
Yes, I'm out on cooking.
When
very much. Like, I like people to cook for me. Very much. I like to eat.
I mean, like, don't get me wrong. It's 2017. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like, yeah, of course. What do you mean? But
I don't like. I hate cooking. First of all, I hate grocery shopping. All right, there's nothing fun about it. I always buy too much. You can't go grocery shopping hungry because then you buy way too much. I buy the vegetables. I bring them home. I don't feel like eating a salad, so I get the Uber Eats anyway. It's stupid. You have to clean up, and I'm hungry now. And more importantly, I'm not a good cook. So why would I take the time to try and cook something that's going to taste mediocre when I could just pay someone who's a professional to cook it for me? It makes no sense.
I completely agree with you on that. Like, I can't wait
and
to
then
have
I have to clean up afterwards.
Yeah,
Who wants to do that? I want to sleep. I'm tired. I just ate this big meal.
But the home cooking
is the best thing in the world.
Right.
Which is why I'm happy to bring wine and come to your house anytime. Okay? But I will provide the alcohol and the mouth to feed. But I am not interested in cooking anything.
Can you cook for us when you get your cat? Me and Big Meech come over, you get your cat, and
I don't like cooking for other people. I don't even like cooking for myself. I'm not a good cook. You don't want to eat my cooking. Like for Thanksgiving, I'm going to go home next week. I'm going to eat mad food. My mom's going to cook a bunch of food. My nieces are going to cook. My sister's going to cook. I'm going to sit on the couch, watch football. And then at the end of the day, I'm going to bring wine. I'm going to go to the store and get some wine. And at the end of the day, I'm going to help clean up. That's my contribution to Thanksgiving dinner. They don't have to clean anything. Just sit down, relax. You do all the cooking. I'll clean.
Okay.
Reluctantly, because I really don't want to clean, but
I'll let you be out on cooking, but we need a Blue Apron sponsor. So shouts out Blue Apron.
No, I'm very available for Blue Apron.
Yeah, we're
if you
able
want to change my mind
to
on cooking, Blue Apron, I am available.
Let's do this.
So you can send me the box with the stuff, and I will try it.
All the other ones. I'm sure there's other
sure
ones out
I will
there.
love cooking
They're very
after Blue
popular.
Apron. Yes, or any of the other ones. Yes.
Can't wait to use it and try it.
Right.
Okay, moving on. During Monday Night Football, Cam Newton and the Panthers had a historic night against your Dolphins. The Panthers set a franchise record of 548 total yards, while Cam threw for 254 and ran for 95 on 5 carries. Joy, are you in or out on the Panthers being NFC contenders after destroying your Jay Cutler-led Dolphins?
No, they're not going to do anything. The Saints are going to go to the Super Bowl, so that's already done. But I'm very tired of. I'm out on that. I'm very tired of these primetime Dolphins games. Who did that? Who started that? Who's the person making the schedule? Like 1, 2, 3. I think we need one more. I think we need 4 Miami Dolphins primetime national television games. 3 is not enough. Because not only did they get their asses kicked in all of them,
right?
They got their asses kicked in all of them, and then there's another one. We have more because now the Patriots get to kick their ass on national television.
Is that coming up too?
Oh yeah, we have. You thought you were done? No. You have to watch another Dolphins game. Sorry, it's gonna be Monday night. It's week 14. It's gonna be awesome. Can't wait. It's gonna be thrilling.
I love it. I love to get a chance.
Hey, Adam
to
Gase,
see.
Jay Cutler, how's that working out? Very good.
He's zipping it around there.
zipping it to the other team. Sure enough.
we're just throwing
Sure
the
enough,
ball.
he's zipping it right to Luke Kuechly. Hey, Luke Kuechly, would you like an interception? I would. I would, Jay Cutler. Thank
in on
you.
Jay
Let me
Cutler.
just take this little ball and end the game.
Shout out to Santa Claus, Indiana. That's where he's
Jay
from.
Cutler.
He's a good dude.
I'm not even going to say what I'm about to say. Go ahead. Let's move on. I'm going to censor myself.
Okay, maybe I'll get this read right. You ready? Okay. Wiffle ball has officially been inducted into the...
I have an idea.
What?
Right. Why don't you just read it and I will look at you? You don't have to make eye contact with me.
I like the thing.
I
though,
know,
the
but that's
rapport.
what's messing you up. Go for it.
Okay. I am now reading... Okay, I'm ready. You ready?
Go for it.
Wiffle ball has officially been inducted into the Toy Hall of Fame.
Correct.
Members of the Toy Hall of Fame include chess, frisbee, and obviously the cardboard box. Along with wiffle ball, this year's inductees include Clue and paper airplanes. Joy, are you in or out on wiffle ball?
First of all, who makes these decisions?
The
How do you get on the Toy Hall of Fame committee?
The
voting
Toy Hall of
committee?
Fame. It's in Rochester, New York. It's very popular. Created in 1998.
No, I'm not. I think there should be a Toy Hall of Fame. I'm just saying, how do you get on the committee? I'm out on wiffle ball the game. It's the stupidest game ever. Wiffle ball bat, however,
Yes.
excellent toy.
Yes, I'm all in on
Excellent
wiffle
toy.
ball, Pat.
You know what's bad with wiffle ball? The
What?
stupid ball. Listen, you got the pythons, all right? You smash the thing, and then the ball breaks, and you can't play anymore.
Joy.
It's over. You break the ball within 2 minutes of playing. There's no way to control where it goes. You can't call your shot. What kind of game is this?
Joy, don't be the person out on people getting into the Hall of Fame. Like, they're in the Hall of Fame. You got to give them respect when it's due.
If it's a
in
wiffle
the Hall of
ball
Fame.
bat,
Yeah.
I'm in on it. But the wiffle ball itself is a terrible toy. It's not fun to throw.
Okay, I would say the rankings in the Hall of Fame are a little bit off because I saw Ball made it in 2005. Took a while for Ball to get into the Hall of Fame. Seems like the original toy.
Were there roids accusations against it or something? What is this?
Clearly.
Yeah, I don't know about it. I don't know about this Hall of Fame. It's sketchy. Sketchy.
We should go. Rochester. We do a live episode sponsored by Blue Apron at the Rochester,
And
New
Cheetos.
York at the toy.
We're really
Hall of
pushing for
Fame.
Blue Apron and Cheetos. Come through. I'm in on toys though, just for the record. They're fun.
Yeah,
Fun.
it's toys.
Yeah.
Loser power rankings. Loser power rankings. These are the losers of the week.
Chaz Green. Poor thing.
Bless
I
his
felt
soul.
bad for him. I really did. I was not looking forward to hearing the sound of his interview after the game, and he was like, "I gotta look in the mirror, like you need to do more than that.
Yeah.
You like learn how to play that position entirely.
Yeah, just practice instead of going to games.
Go back to the beginning."
Yeah.
Anyway, he gave up 5 of the Falcons' 8 sacks. And he was pulled with 8 minutes and 18 seconds left in the game. Sweet coaching, bro. It was. I mean, what?
Come on, Jason Garrett.
I mean, I feel like after the 3rd sack, you're like, hey, adjustments?
After 2, you start thinking.
Does anybody have an adjustment to make? I feel like he might need some help over there. Anyway, Adrian Claiborne had the game of his life. He almost had the game of NFL history. He
Yes.
only needed one more. And he also made $750,000 because he hit his incentives on his contract.
That's what I mean. Get some money.
Yeah. at the expense of Dak Prescott and the
Yes.
Cowboys. Ooh, might be RIP Cowboys. I'm not willing to do it yet. I'm sorry, Ashley. Ashley, our producer, is a big Cowboys fan. I'm not gonna do it yet. I'm gonna hold off. But it's looking. Zeke, Sean Lee's out. It's looking a little.
It's not looking good.
Not looking
I
good.
want to say Adrian Claiborne, I'm a defensive lineman. Shouts out all D linemen. He said he had one move and it just worked every time. So shouts out to him.
Yeah, that one move is
Being
go against
consistent.
Chaz Green, who's not very good, unfortunately.
Licking his chops when he sees Chaz Green's number.
My second loser is Jimmy Garoppolo, the handsome one. Obviously, the 49ers got that elusive first win against the New York Giants. So bad. Giants. They're sticking with that McAdoo guy, though. They like him. Sticking with him.
Seems like it.
I don't understand the point of firing him at this point in the season. Just ride it out, whatever. But anyway, they showed a scene in the locker room of all of the excited 49ers. I'm not even going to pretend like I feel good for them because it's just, I've been there, though.
Exciting.
I've been there. I wrote out a Dolphins season where they had one win. Jason was on the team. It was not a good year, and I cried extensively.
Did you celebrate that one win, though?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a big deal.
Yeah.
Big deal. Greg Camarillo, cult hero in Miami. It's a big deal. Anyway, they show the scene of the locker room, and there's Jimmy Garoppolo dancing around.
He's excited
like
for
he's
his team.
been in the struggle the whole time. That is some inauthentic. Okay, first of all, you were just on the Patriots. All right, and you won a Super Bowl last year. All right, you just got traded to not the worst. The Browns are the worst.
Yes,
but almost the worst team in the NFL this year, and you're jumping around the locker room like you've been there for the whole struggle. You have not been there, Jimmy. You have no idea what the struggle is.
What is he supposed to do, Joy? He's supposed to sit over there and pout and like tweet?
No. I feel you, all right? He's a part of the team.
Yes.
He's got to rejoice with the team, but find a spot in the corner away from the cameras, all right?
Yes.
I want to see the men who have had to wear this shame all year, not you with your handsome ass. Over there you go, all right? This is not your time, Jimmy. Over there. So I got to give Jimmy some hell, although he's going to catch a lot of it because he's going to be a bust. All right, anyway, John Elway is my number one loser this week. I like John Elway, but I think he's kind of been exposed. I think he got really lucky with Sports God, aka Tim Tebow.
Yes.
Miracle run. It's a miracle run.
I think Tebow got lucky with Tebow, but
listen, there's no such thing as luck when you're God. All right, you create your own luck.
I'm not gonna sit here.
You create your own luck.
Okay.
He literally created luck. God created luck. Everything in this world he made. Right? We're gonna be sacrilegious now. He got Sports God, and then Peyton Manning decided that he was going to go and win another Super Bowl.
Right.
So he said, I'll do it with John Elway. Why not? He got lucky. I mean, he put this whole team together and did everything but forget to hire a quarterback. Who is Brock Osweiler? This is what you're riding with? You got Paxton Lynch, okay, Trevor Siemian, and Brock Osweiler. I actually thought it was a joke at the beginning of the season when they were like, yeah. It was a quarterback battle. Paxton Lynch, Trevor Siemian. I mean, it's funny? We're doing funny jokes now?
No, it's a quarterback battle. Paxton Lynch is a lot of promise. He just hasn't been able to practice. He's hurt, Joy. Okay. Injured.
Okay, look, I'm sorry, but it's kind of apparent that John Elway may not really actually know how to pick quarterbacks.
Yes, that's fair.
It might be that thing where you're just too good. You expect everyone else to be as good as you. He's got to touch him. I can't even say he has a touch of Michael Jordan because he has won a Super Bowl, but
I would say in my time in college football, all the best players were the worst coaches. They had no idea how to explain how to do the things that they did. So maybe John Elway is suffering from that.
Broncos look really bad. The Broncos look really bad, and I feel bad for them because they have a decent defense. And even though the defense has struggled as of late as well, I think he's just got to take the L this week. You're number one loser. Sorry about it.
They played against the Patriots, Joy. What do you think was going to happen?
Tom Brady always struggles there.
Yeah.
A lot of people were picking the Broncos to win this game. Don't ask me why, but they were picking the Broncos to win this game, and they did not win. They did the opposite of that.
They lost because of their special teams. Their special teams killed them. If it wasn't for the special team stuff, Brock was putting numbers up.
How is Shannon Sharpe's number not retired with the Broncos? Is that a thing?
We got time.
No, do it now. There should not be guys who are dropping kickoffs wearing number 84. You're not allowed to suck an 84 in Denver. How's that a thing?
That is fair.
Disaster. 2 L's for you for that. Get on it. Fix that. Turn it around. Anyway, that's the losers. All right, what's your gut data fact this week?
Okay. Well, we're watching Tom Brady score a lot to the Saints and the Patriots are going to win the Super Bowl. To the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they're not going to win.
Patriots old man Super Bowl. I'd like to think the young guys are still doing their thing out there. Obviously, Joy, you're 30 years old.
I am 30.
That's not old. But
no, it's not old.
But you're 30. I'm repping for the under 30s. Mm-hmm. And it got me thinking, and my gut told me, quarterbacks that are under 30 have more touchdowns than the quarterbacks that are 30 and above in the NFL right now. So my gut tell me, Joy.
Interesting.
No
I didn't think that's where you were going with this. I thought you were about to say people who are under 30 have a better life than people who are over 30.
Oh, no. Of course not.
Because that is just not true.
It's not true at all.
That is not true.
It's not true at all.
As someone who has been under 30 and is now over 30,
yes.
That is not true. 30 is definitely better than under 30. Okay. Gut data fact is the quarterbacks who are under 30 have more touchdowns than the quarterbacks who are over 30.
30 or over.
Right. You're right.
Hey!
The quarterbacks under 30 have 263 touchdowns. Quarterbacks who are 30 and up, 175. So quite a bit more.
Them old people. You think they're going to make it to the Super Bowl? I'm going with Carson Wentz.
No.
Just no.
No, listen, and because I didn't get into it earlier, you just brought up a good point. Here's the reason why. Because while I like the young quarterbacks in this league, I'm very sad about Deshaun Watson.
Yes.
Carson Wentz is fun, all right? He's a well-built quarterback, gunslinger, all right? I like him, fine, sure. Dak Prescott, great, right? Jared Goff, I like all of them. They're very fun. Future of the NFL. Stafford?
He's under 30 and he's scoring touchdowns.
I mean, you're hitting me with Matt Stafford?
He's on the list.
He's not on my list, okay? That is your list. Keep your
Okay.
list to yourself. That's not my list at all.
Will do.
The future of the NFL, all
Yes.
right? Not the guy who can never win a big game. Not that guy, all right? Anyway,
Okay.
young guys, I like all of them. But when it comes to the big game, I want the experience. That's what you saw with the Packers and the Cowboys last year in the playoffs. Aaron Rodgers, he wins out, he's got the experience. It's a quarterback league. If you come down to Carson Wentz or Drew Brees, I'm taking Drew Brees. He's been there. I'm sorry. I'm taking the guy that's been there, and that's one.
That's your good data fact?
Yeah, and we'll see. We will see. We shall see. Anyway, that's Maybe I'm Crazy this week. Thank you so much for joining us. Please subscribe, share with your friends, comment, all those things. Let us know how we're doing, and we'll catch you next week. Love you.
Bye.
Maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm crazy, maybe.